Starring The Rock and Emily Blunt.
No. It was starring Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, did they not say The Rock?
No, removed entirely.
Yeah, right.
I was watching the credits.
Dwayne the Smashing Machine Johnson.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson. That was it. I was
Yeah, right. Okay,
interesting.
he's dropping The Rock. Welcome back to No Bad Seats, the Regent Cinemas podcast, where each week we talk about movies, and this week we got to watch another movie. How you going, Sam?
I'm great, as usual.
As usual.
I've seen a movie, so I'm always great.
That's right.
Yeah, no, it was good.
So at the moment it's school holidays. It's been very busy, and we have a session going in soon. So we're going to keep this one short, sweet, and jump straight into the movie news. Now, this week you've got some movie news for me, and I have a feeling we might be on the same same wavelength of movie news here. But I'm going to kick it off with something nobody expected. Disney has a reshuffle. They kick one of the Marvel movies off their current lineup, and they announced the Simpsons Movie 2.
This was one of my news. When you started with Disney, I was like, what? And then I was like, oh yes, it is the same. Because Disney bought Fox, and I forgot about that.
Yes.
I did see this.
Yep.
Yeah, very exciting. I love The Simpsons, grew up with The Simpsons. Yep. There seems to be a lot of people these days that don't like the newer Simpsons. I just take more Simpsons as it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch newer Simpsons, but I like The Simpsons. You know, it's the exact same. I feel like millennial kids grew up watching The Simpsons. It's sort of like that, you know, I reckon around season 12 is those ones that Channel 10 used to repeat all the time.
Yeah. There's definitely a peak that's just like, this is gold standard, and then everything else is just sort of like, it's okay.
I've seen the occasional episode when people like Flight of the Conchords appeared on it. I was like, I want to see why they made it on there. And, you know, the occasional little thing like that. So, I mean, Simpsons Movie was iconic. I still remember the announcement where it was like the Simpsons Movie in 2D after 3D had become a thing. That was funny. And sort of to see it, now it's 20 years after the original Simpsons movie, which was already 15 years into the run of the show. It's, it's pretty crazy. But the Simpsons Movie.
No, very cool. Following on from that with some more animated news, Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Yes.
My kids absolutely love the Mario movie.
Yeah.
So very excited about this. It looks like all the same cast is returning, as far as I know. It looks great. The short teaser trailer came out I think last week maybe. End of last week, something like that.
I think it was earlier in the month. Yeah. Let's leave the movie news to me if you're going to be throwing movie news.
I've got some new stuff.
I reckon I could have dropped this in episode 6.
I've got some new stuff though.
Yep.
Your new soon-to-be favourite actress, Tilly Norwood.
This was, okay. I'm glad that we're discussing this because this was also part of the news that I was going to bring to the table. Tilly
not to be favourite actress. Let's get this straight. It's not going to be anyone's favourite actress because she's not real.
Actress. Yes, it's an AI actress, Tilly Norwood, who is looking for representation and, as you can imagine, inflamed the internet.
Yeah.
How do we feel?
Not good.
Not great at all.
No, not at all.
Don't like it.
Feel very icky about it. It's not a good outlook.
I think SAG-AFTRA have spoken out on it. A lot of actors have spoken out on it. And it's good to see. You know, I am, in the world of AI and the pros and cons of AI and the positive and negative, I would say that for a creative, I probably do lean more positive, not necessarily in creative elements, but I think AI is a tool that can be appropriately used positively. I think a lot of people are just like, nah, no AI, get rid of it.
Yeah.
But I think of a lot of things that we've probably used elements of it for 20 years in movies. It's just not automated to the extent that it is now. It's,
Most definitely.
But there is a limit. This is
And I think this is where, we've talked about it briefly in the past, where AI has been pushed in the wrong directions.
Yeah.
And this is, I probably lean slightly more towards the negative side than you do. I just think it has no place in the creative aspect of either replacing people, why on earth?
It's insanity.
The whole reason we watch movies is for that, the human part of it. We're learning stories about human. We don't want someone that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I know we have CGI and stuff like that, but even then,
let me watch Ex Machina and watch an actress portray AI, not an
Exactly right. And even in that, like the CGI and everything like that, there is a disconnect, and people feel that disconnect as soon as they see it. So what do you think is going to happen with an AI person that is supposed to be portraying a real person?
Yeah, exactly.
I just think it has no place. Hopefully none of the studios pick it up. I know there was interest, and that's alarming.
Yeah. Well, studios don't care about that. Studios care about money. And I can tell you that from my perspective, this is how it works. Somebody hires Tilly Norwood against the director, against opposing actors, all of this sort of thing. Someone will do it. Now, because they've done it and they're the first ones to do it, the movie will be a huge box office hit because people will go and see it out of curiosity.
I don't know if they will. There
You don't
seems to
reckon?
be a huge push against it. And I think...
Okay.
If
It won't be a box office hit. People won't go to the cinema to see it.
No.
But
It'll be a
they will
piracy hit.
watch it. It'll be a huge, like the marketing's inbuilt.
Oh,
Everybody
definitely.
knows about this film. The moment you do this, everybody knows about the film. Marketing's inbuilt. You don't even have to bring it out in cinemas. Put it on, and people will pay for it. People will watch it on streaming. It'll be a streaming hit, and that'll be a major factor for studios where they go, yes, but after that, I don't think it's
if it does
the
well,
novelty wears off.
If it does well, it's a one hit done
Yeah.
because everyone's going to then go, oh, that was rubbish.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be good.
No.
It's going to be AI regurgitated slop of someone else's performance. And that's all it's going to be. It's going to be, oh, look, yeah, you can quite obviously see that it's taking parts from Jennifer Aniston's performance and part of whoever else's performance. Like, it's just going to have just regurgitated stuff.
Yeah.
And that is what AI does. And does best. It regurgitates things. It takes ideas and it regurgitates them until it gives you something that seems new and isn't actually new.
Yeah,
It's not actually giving you a brand new, never thought of idea.
I would argue, and this is not in defense of that,
Okay.
but I feel like a lot of creativity is taking in your elements and taking
Most
in
definitely.
all of these things and creating something based on, like, if you think about it, it's just a more efficient version of what we're doing, but
It
we're
is,
doing
yes.
it with soul, I guess. So there's
And
that.
the thing is that your lived experience is different to my lived experience. So, it's that whole thing of like every photographer or every filmmaker will make a different film because it's the way they see the world.
Yeah.
Whereas an AI will go, well, this worked, and this didn't work, so we're going to just use what this worked.
Yeah.
And it's going to go off that whole
like
sort of
too
points-based
perfect.
system. Yeah, and it's just going to be, oh, well, we know that, like everyone got fatigue of like the superhero genre because it was working. It was working really well, and everyone went, let's make superhero movies.
Yeah.
$1 billion, and now it's not working
And now
because we all got
TV,
sick of it.
TV. No,
AI is
that's
gonna-
why it's not working, because they went into TV and then
Well,
you
that
had to
too,
catch
yeah.
up. Like, I was watching Peacemaker the other day and I'm going, why am I watching this? I don't enjoy it. I hate the fact that I feel like I have to watch it because of the universe.
Yeah.
And then it just results in me hate watching
Yeah.
the whole thing so that I can go and watch a movie.
Yeah.
But that's why. And I think Marvel did that and DC is doing that. And
Yeah.
even like Alien Earth,
Yep.
to
I
a
haven't watched
degree.
any of them.
I
really
watched the
don't
first
get around to the
episode of
TV
Alien
series.
Earth and I liked it, and then I've heard that it just goes off the rails, and I'm like, I don't know if I really
did hear the
care
first
that
two
much.
episodes is where they put everything. And
Dune
then
Prophecy. Watched
Yeah.
the first episode, and I was like,
didn't even
don't
realise
mind
that
it.
was out.
Yep. Yeah, like a year ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you're real far behind.
Yeah, most of the like franchise movies and that then get put into TV shows, I just ignore because I've been let down
Yeah.
so many times before.
I wish I had the capacity to do that. I'm
the
just
only
too
one
much
I'm-
of a perfectionist when it comes to finishing this stuff.
The only one I'm mad that I haven't caught up on yet is The Penguin,
Oh yeah.
and have
You
heard
should be.
amazing things.
You should
about
be
it.
mad. For starters, you should be mad. But secondly, it's like there's one movie,
Yeah.
and then this series,
Yeah.
and that's all you need to watch. So just go watch The Penguin. All right. New homework for Sam. Go watch The Penguin. Batman 2 comes out. I mean, it's
Like a
October
year.
2027 now, so you've got a little while.
Oh well.
Um,
I'll catch up before then.
yeah. So you got a bit of time. So that's Sam's homework between now and October 2027.
Okay, I'll get onto it.
make sure that we keep him accountable.
Yep.
All right, third bit of movie news for the week. Now, this one is positive and negative.
Okay.
The negative is that the lead actor broke his leg, so there's another delay in this film. The positive is Jeremy Irons was just cast in Highlander alongside Henry Cavill, who is the one who broke his leg.
Very nice.
Chad Stahelski directing it.
Yep.
It's a Highlander reboot. The cast is phenomenal, mind you. Russell Crowe, Karen Gillan, Dave Bautista, Henry Cavill, Jimon Hansu,
Oh, yeah.
and now Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, wow.
So, great cast. Chad Stahelski directing. I'm on board. I also saw images yesterday of Henry Cavill working out, doing
With
an
his leg.
ab
I saw
workout
that.
with a broken leg, and I was just like, classic.
Classic Cavill, just keep on
Yeah,
moving.
he's just like, yep, that's all right, my leg's broken, but like, my abs aren't broken, let's just keep going.
My abs are broken.
So, Beast, you wonder why men love him so much? It's that sort of commitment.
The male gaze is Henry Cavill.
Yes, exactly. So, very cool.
I've not seen the original.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's not something that I ever got around to watching. It's more homework.
Yep, more homework, that's right. Highlander, I haven't seen it in a long time. I do have the DVD somewhere. There was
Is it medieval?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
okay.
well, it's
I was like,
it is and it isn't. Like, there's an element like...
I feel like I remember seeing a sword.
Yeah,
in like
and
posters
like
or something.
lightning swords, like fully electric lightning, crazy stuff.
Well, now
Actually,
I'm interested.
we got to look into how they filmed that because I reckon somebody told me lately that they fought by they had like a car battery or something strapped to these actual metal swords, and that's how they got the lightning effect. I got to check and confirm that, but I'm just having this memory come back of going, really?
Oh,
crazy, because they were like smacking them together and then they're causing
sparks and everything.
Sparks
Yeah,
and
cool.
stuff together. Crazy. Huge if true.
Our homework to try.
Our homework. But
if we don't show up next week, you know why.
Sean Connery and Christopher Lambert,
Yeah, okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan, it's Scottish.
Yep.
Karen Gillan, I remember posting about it and saying, well, I don't have to practice my accent.
Yeah, for once.
So, so that's cool. Very excited for that one.
No, cool. I'm down.
All right, now let's get into the main event this
Yes.
week. The main event is one I've been looking forward to for a while. Been hearing amazing things about it. The Smashing Machine, starring The Rock and Emily Blunt.
No. It was starring Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, did they not say The Rock?
No, removed entirely.
Yeah, right.
I was watching the credits.
Dwayne the Smashing Machine Johnson.
Yeah. Dwayne Johnson, that was it. I was like,
right. Okay,
interesting.
he's dropping The Rock.
I don't know how long that's been for. Like, it could have. I can't remember the last few movies I've seen him in.
Yeah,
whether or not it's had The Rock.
I feel like everybody just knows him as The Rock.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
But he's gone as Dwayne Johnson for a while. He's probably never. Now that I'm thinking about it, he's probably never been credited as Dwayne The Rock Johnson in anything.
Yeah.
Like, you go back to these earlier stuff, I don't think that he's ever had it there.
I
It's
feel
just
like
everybody
Fast and
knows
Furious had it at one point.
Yeah?
I feel like I remember seeing Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
It feels like it fits the aesthetic.
It does, yeah. And they would have had it like onto the screen.
Yeah, exactly. Gunshot sounds.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, man, yeah, I'm not sure. But, starring Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, and directed by Benny Safdie.
Yes.
Which is funny because the Safdie brothers just stopped working together, or they separated.
I don't know if they did stop working together,
or
if
they
they've
just went off to do their
gone.
own thing.
Yeah. Because the Coen brothers have similarly done this.
Yes, which is where my confusion was when we were discussing this a couple of weeks ago.
Because I think it's Josh Safdie is doing
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme, yes.
Which made me laugh because I had no idea what Marty Supreme was about, and then I watched the trailer and it's Timothée Chalamet and it's a ping pong movie, and I was like, okay, so we've gone from one brother went off and done a UFC movie, and the other brother went off and did a ping pong movie, both sports movies. Yeah. Crazy. Both films I'm very excited about, mind you.
Yeah, most definitely. This was, it was an interesting movie. I did enjoy it. Probably for me, I think towards the end it sort of trailed off a little bit. I felt like it was kind of building up to something and then just sort of let it go a little bit.
I mean, I can see that to a degree. I think the bigger thing is my expectation was probably different to what the movie played out. And I realized that towards the end. So I sort of let things ease off a little bit towards the end where I didn't find that was the case personally. But I did realize that the film wasn't going in the direction that I thought it was going. And I was like, okay, I just need to sit back and let it
happen.
Be what this film is. Like, for example, knowing that it was about this UFC guy in the trailer, he's like, oh, you know, the UFC. There was not much time spent at the UFC. The whole film was about this Pride tournament and...
Yeah, well, the UFC was still, like, very early. Like, they showed it at one point, and it's like, you wouldn't recognize the logos, nothing.
No.
It's like, it's in its, like, pure infancy,
and I think they say his first fight, when you see it, it's like the 14th UFC fight.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really, really early, but he's discussing the UFC and that he's been involved in that, but he's over doing Pride Japan, which is a similar sort of thing, but just a bit more established than what the UFC was at this time. So he's competing essentially in that. But it's still in a boxing ring. It's not the octagon. It's not that sort of design. So I feel like that alone sort of threw me off to begin with, where I was like, oh, this is where we're focusing. You know, he's in Japan at the start, and I thought that was sort of just going to be part of the story. Cool, he's over there. This is what he's been doing, and he comes back, and this is the UFC. But it's more about establishing who he was and why he was so big leading into the UFC.
Yeah. It is definitely, it's not your typical fight movie or your typical like fighter biopic. It's not got the Rocky montage or anything like that in there. It's more of a character piece.
Yeah, big time.
And it was great. I still really enjoyed it. There was just those elements towards the end where I was just a little bit like I said, it just kind of felt like it peaked a little early and then trailed off for me. There's lots to love in there though. The performances particularly. Big question. Does he get a nomination?
I could see it happening. I feel like... I don't want to say it's a deserved nomination. It's not going to be like if he was to get a nom. It's not going to be like when Leo got a nom like 10 times and then finally got an Oscar for The Revenant, even though The Revenant sort of felt a bit to me like he was screaming for an Oscar.
It's going to be a political nom.
It's going to be like a marketing nomination. You've done this much for the industry.
Even that, I wouldn't necessarily say for him so much.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Like, I don't think it's going to be like, he's deserved it so many times and he's never got it.
Oh, no.
He hasn't done a film where it feels like... This, to me, feels like... And I saw it in the trailer and I assumed that this was going to be the case. But it felt to me like the first time The Rock was, like, really acting. And I feel like there's something to be said about the prosthetics they put on him. And there was times where it was... Even when he looked the most like The Rock, he was still far enough removed from The Rock that I had to keep thinking, oh man, that's him. Which I think really helped to differentiate his performance in this comparative to other elements.
There is moments in there of greatness, and I think he does a fantastic job throughout the whole movie. But there is particular moments where I could see someone saying like he could be a contender.
Yeah.
Performance as a whole, I don't think you could stack him up against the likes of Leo and whoever else is going to get nominated this year. And like your typical Oscar race as male lead actor.
If you think though, seven nominations. He's not winning an Oscar.
No, not at all.
Does he get come down into as a finalist? I could see that. Does he get a nomination? It would be on the verge, but I could also see that happen.
Yes, and it's going to come down to that political race that comes in around the Oscars, the marketing of each of the studios that push.
And he's personable. He's personable. He's someone who...
There is going to be a big push for him to get a nomination.
Yeah, and he's somebody who people like and people in the industry like, and he seems to have a very good, as I said, good personality. He's personable with people. And I actually feel like it came off in this character a lot. Like, that's why I sort of felt he played the role so well. You know, Mark Kerr, his character in this, really loved his crowd, loved the people who were supporting him. And I felt like a lot of that felt really genuine from Dwayne, because I feel like that's him too. He's doing it for the people.
They gave him the most Rock level of character that he could play without playing The Rock.
Exactly.
But he did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see when that time rolls around, whether or not he does get the nom.
And this is right on the verge of cutoff time too.
Yeah.
So, you know,
the Safdie brothers together, when they did Uncut Gems, had a similar situation. You had Sandler, who is great, really, but was known for one thing. Everyone was like, Adam Sandler is a comedy, boom, that's it. Can't do anything else. Even though he had in the past done some very interesting roles.
Uncut Gems, jeez.
But Uncut Gems, he should have got, I think, the Oscar for that.
Who won that year against?
I don't remember, but...
that wasn't the year The Revenant came out.
I don't believe so.
It was after that.
Yeah.
I'd have to look.
I'm pretty sure, did he win I think he might have won the Golden Globe for the comedy.
Yeah, I think he said, he won it after, and then he told off the Oscars. That's right, he said something like, F the Oscars, or something like that, like in his speech.
So he just dashed his chances ever.
Yeah. Or he said something like that, or he goes, if I don't win an Oscar for this, after this, I'm never winning one. Or like
no, he said he was going to go back to making like.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. If I don't win the Oscar for this, then I'm going back to making, I'm making Grown Ups 3 or something like that.
Yes, yeah, it was something like that.
Or I'm giving you 100, you know.
Because didn't he do after he did like the Hubie's Halloween or whatever it was? Those like terrible ones that he did.
Hubie's Halloween had some of the. I know we're going off on a tangent here, but I cannot tell you how much I laughed every time Hubie's Halloween had him whip out his freaking thermos and then like use it as a screwdriver and then use it as a grappling hook and then like catch eggs and use it as a blender and then drink. Like it was the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
Still makes me laugh to this day.
I'm fully in support of Adam Sandler. He was childhood hero.
Do what you want.
A hero.
Do what you want. I don't care. Adam Sandler, I'm here.
He has fun with his friends.
Yep.
They make movies together.
Big win.
And they're just having a great time. I don't care if it's not a 100% Rotten Tomatoes movie. Like, the guy can act if he needs to.
Happy days. But Smashing Machine.
Yeah, back to the point at hand.
Back to the point at hand. Yeah, I think he could potentially get up there.
Yeah. Emily Blunt, I could see potentially getting another
Both of them
nomination.
did great. I thought some of the cinematography work was really interesting. I thought I really liked how a lot of the stuff was handheld.
16mm film too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's a different look. It's
there was
grainy,
that look
like
to it,
grungy, dirty. Not
it
dirty.
feels 90s.
Yes,
it felt 90s the whole way through. But even in the style, like the slow zooms and a lot of the panning stuff, as I said, it's just handheld stuff that sort of gave that sort of. It felt like a 90s home movie at times.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that was the vibe that I thought, you know, really kicked it along. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, definitely. There's some beautiful cinematography in there. There was some parts in there that I didn't really vibe with. A lot of the stuff inside of their home, and I don't know if it was just the production design of their home.
Yeah, okay. See, because that's funny, because that's the stuff that I'm talking about that I really like.
It felt kind of like home movie-esque type of thing, but it also felt like it was on a stage.
Yeah, right.
It felt kind of sitcom-y to me in a way. Not that it was sitcom in any way.
Yeah, I could see that just based on the set design.
Well, yeah,
for sure.
And I think a lot of it was down to the set design of that house. It looks like your 90s sitcom house.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I was
You're like waiting for Frank and Marie to walk in the door.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's got that like Everybody Loves Raymond, like lounge rooms here and then the kitchen's off.
Yeah, exactly right. But apart from that, beautiful cinematography. They starts the film on VHS, which I thought was really cool.
I liked that too.
And I was like, oh, this is like almost falling apart on the big screen.
Super grainy.
Yeah.
Looked and then atrocious. I like the way they cut that though.
Yeah.
I like the way they cut from we're watching essentially a recording of this fight happening to the fight finishing. It's what they would have seen when watching the broadcast, and then cutting to this is how we're viewing the film. He's going, checking it all out and seeing that. Like, that transition was fantastic.
Yes, yeah, it was. And it showed how good 16mm can look next to VHS as well.
Yeah.
Like you went, oh, wow. And then at the very end, there was another scene, sort of just before the credits, that is shot on IMAX cameras.
Oh, really?
One scene shot on IMAX cameras. It was that final...
Yeah.
It's an interesting scene.
Yeah, I mean, I think Benny Safdie just came off doing, prior to this, he'd just come off doing The Curse with Nathan Fielder.
Yep.
And that like the whole scene felt very Nathan Fielder to me.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Just this weird sort of people watching, not really like anything, but sort of that's where the humor comes from. It
It was an interesting way to end it.
Yeah, but if you had seen Nathan Fielder or The Rehearsal or anything like that, like the way that it was laid out sort of felt exactly like that to me.
Yeah. Okay.
And then remembering that Benny Safdie had just done The Curse with Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone, I was like, right.
Yeah,
he acted and directed it. So.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, there you go. So that's the Smashing Machine. As we said, school holidays, so we're going to keep this one short and sweet this week. Let's just do a quick recommendation. What are your thoughts? Would you recommend it?
I would if you have interest in that sort of world.
Yep.
I think for a lot of
UFC
people,
fans.
it's not going to be the most accessible film.
Yep.
For me, it probably sits somewhere around like a 3 out of 5 star.
Yep.
Somewhere around there. You can check our letterboxd for our final
absolutely.
stars. But yeah, it's somewhere around there for me.
I think sports movies and particularly fighting movies aren't necessarily always my thing. I don't mind Creed and Rocky and like that sort of film. It's not like that though. But I thought being a biopic, that sort of thing, told the story well. Performances were great. I'd put it up there. Is it my favorite film of the year? No. Like one battle after another. Go see that.
Yeah.
Sinners. But I still thought like there was a lot to love about it. The Rock is probably the best he's ever been.
Oh, definitely.
And
yes.
it's definitely worth seeing. Like I absolutely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And you know what? At 2 hours, it's pretty spot on. Like it didn't feel like it overly
didn't drag
dragged
out or anything like that.
It just sort of like, as I said, my expectation once I realized that it wasn't going to be this big UFC movie and it's this big like Rocky epic montage thing, and I could see the film for what it was as a character piece, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
So that is The Smashing Machine. Check it out. As always, thank you for being here. And remember, when you're at the movies, there are no bad seats.